How many of you are absolutely out of control when it comes to knowing how much you're spending for KDP, what money's coming in, how many book sales you're generating, maybe if you're marketing, how much you're spending on that area of your business? In this video, I want to show you and teach you and actually provide you with a free template that you can use to make sure you're implementing into your KDP business. Hi, my name's Romney and thank you very much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Now, if you haven't been to the channel before, it's all about creating, building and scaling your self-publishing business. And in this video, I want to be able to show you some great things that you should be implementing into your KDP business. No matter whether you're beginning or whether you're at more of an advanced level, I see so many people that are just out of control and not knowing how many book orders they're getting in, what they're spending, what their revenue is, and their key elements in regards to publishing on KDP, particularly when it comes to doing tax and making sure you're doing the right things regarding your business. So I've created a special spreadsheet that I'd like to give to you to be able to help with your tracking to start with. There's a basic model and more of a pro version model. And it's all about helping you to grow your business and do it the right way. It's all good to be able to create books on KDP and see that the orders are coming through, but when they do, how many orders actually are you getting? Are you growing your self-publishing business? What revenue are you getting in? Are you allocating the right amount towards tax that you need to pay? And these are the things that beginners don't usually take into consideration, but also I frequently see people that have been doing KDP for quite a while that just don't factor these things in, and it's just so important. So let me jump on my computer now and let's just run through a few quick things that you need to make sure that you've got in place, because it's best to get them in place from the very beginning and not let them get out of control. So in this video, we're going to take a look at those key things, probably 3 key things that people let get out of control in regards to their KDP publishing business. And I think it's important that you look at these and identify these no matter what part of the journey you're on in regards to KDP. Now, what I've done is created a free tracker that you can actually use. So there's a free version and there's a pro version for only a few bucks that you can actually use to really scale up your self-publishing business and keep track of your revenue, your book orders, and your marketing expenses and your overall revenue. So let me get into those top 3 things that people tend to let to get out of control. Number 1, expenses. So expenses could be your monthly subscriptions. They could be your marketing, if you're marketing on any of the platforms for Amazon. It could be your book cover design, any of those sort of expenses that you need to factor in so you actually know the revenue that's being generated from your orders and the expenses that are going out of the business as well, because you really need to treat your publishing as a business, no matter whether it's a small hobby or saying you want to take over your 9-to-5 job. The other thing is your taxes and your tax obligations depending on the country you're in. Just make sure you take that seriously, because when you sign up to Amazon, you provide all that tax information depending on the country you're in. So that's one thing. Book orders. You should be keeping track of how many book orders you're getting each month, and therefore you know if you're growing, if things are plateauing, or maybe your book orders are dropping down and things you might need to change up. So you can go to your dashboard, go to reports and go to the reports tab to find out how many book orders you're actually getting, and you can put that in the free spreadsheet that I'm about to provide you in a moment. Number 3, including your growth and your targets. So do you have things in place in regards to your growth and your targets and what that might look like for you? Now, remember, I've also provided a free goal and target tracker for publishers that you can find on my Gumroad store. And it's been really well received because it's something that people just don't normally go and create. So I've done that for you. So now let's go to the spreadsheets and the trackers. I'll show you the free version and then the pro version, and you can make a choice depending on what might be suitable for you. So let's get into that now. So once I get out of this, let's go to, so what I've done is I've created this spreadsheet's a basic one, and I've just started to plug in some data here. So just say you were at the beginning of the year, you can start anytime you like, but if you were at the beginning of the year, you sold 25 books and your revenue was $55. There you go, so that's good. Then it might be 34 in February and $76. You might drop back again to 30 books and it might be $68.45. Whatever that might be, you keep entering the information at the end of every month. So diarise at the end of every month, and this will calculate your total annual book sales so far and your KDP royalty as well. Then you've got your annual targets and your goals. So that would be set. You might want to have a target of 500 and 1500 revenue. And you can also enter your monthly subscription. So it might be things like I've got like BookBolt or Helium 10 or Canva Pro, any of those sort of things, so you know the monthly cost you've got there. And then I've built in this tracker. So as the information comes through, it'll automatically create the graph for you, and you can actually see whether you're growing or whether your numbers are going down or not. Now I'll move to the next one, which is this the Pro version, which I've created, which has got a lot of extra added features. And for only $3.99, it's a very, very high value for what you're actually paying the money to get it. So let's go to the Pro version now. This one has a lot more information. It's what I personally do. So I track my data, my book sales and revenue on the 10th, the 20th, and the last day of every month. And I also include my marketing costs. So you might be marketing in the US or in Canada, in the UK, Canada. You might have Facebook marketing costs. Well, what I've done is I've created this so that no matter where you're advertising, you can plug in the information there. Now, one of the time consuming activities is if you're marketing in the UK, it might say you've spent £68 on marketing. Well, what's that if it's in US dollars? Well, what I've done is I've created a live currency converter that's linked directly to live data that's coming in, and it refreshes every time you upload upload the document. So just say you're advertising in the UK and it costs you £45 in marketing. Well, this would calculate it for you into US dollars, Canadian dollars, and Australian dollars. Or if you are publishing in different markets around the world, or you're getting revenue in US dollars and you're in the UK or Canada or Australia, for example, and you, for example, receive $37.89, then what would that end up being? It's £27.60 or 51 Australian dollars, 47.96 Canadian dollars. I've got the euro and the Indian rupee as well. So you get, as part of the Pro Tracker, you get all this data here, and it's so important to keep track of it. Plus, you'll get included the live currency converter as well, which saves you going to individual websites and trying to convert it all. And I've got the live currencies, which again, you wouldn't touch this information here. It just updates every time you do it. And there's some tools as well that I use. So they're both versions. Now, the last thing I'll show you is if you just wanted the converter, then I'll put that on my Gumroad store as well, and you can just go into that too. So if you wanted to get either of these documents, remember the free one and the Pro version, you would simply just go to the Gumroad store and you would scroll down. So the 12-month Publishing Tracker is free. That's another version that I created a few weeks ago. We've had excellent feedback from people that have watched the video and then downloaded this, and it just gives you an idea of the books you're selling and the goals you're setting for yourself. So please download for free. Then if you scroll down further, you've got this That's the free version that I was just talking about. Then if you wanted to use something more advanced, and if you're on different platforms and marketing, then this one will be ideal for you. And for $3.99, it's incredible value, because if you put an hourly rate on how long it would take you to create something like that, I'm sure you would value your time better than $3.99 for the hour, or at least 2 hours at a minimum that it would take you to create something like this, if you knew what you were doing in regards to spreadsheets and those live trackers. So that's the currency converter there, just by itself, if you wanted that and not the actual trackers. So just in summary, remember, tracking your publishing revenue, your expenses, is a great way to ensure that you're looking and focusing on growth in your business, and you're meeting obligations for tax and things like that. But you need to make sure that you treat your journey in KDP seriously, and this is an amazing way of keeping track of everything, because at the end of the year, you don't want to have to go back through your reports, work out what your orders were, what your revenue was, what your marketing expenses were. It can get right out of control. So please utilize these. I'll put my Gumroad link in the description. Have a look there. But remember that if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you're made aware of more videos I'm making. And until my next video, I look forward to seeing you then.